Miss A got a lot to say on all the things we go through within the day. Politics, dating, recipes, traveling, and yep, of course, I'm the karaoke queen. I take no L's, I'm always booking flights. This is my lovely lunatic Leo life. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? This is my lovely lunatic Leo life. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? The one and only S.A. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of my lovely Lunatic Leo Life podcast. And of course, as every week, I do have a special guest. Today's special guest is Drift, the artist. Woo! Give it up for Drift. He is. Thank you so much for coming on my show. I'm having guests come on my show that are about stuff, doing stuff for the community, doing stuff for themselves, doing what they believe that their destiny is to do. Okay, so most people might have remembered you started off as a rapper. I'll say that. And now, not now, but I'm sure you always had these artistic abilities, but you're an artist now. You're selling lots of artwork. You're working with a school and everything like that. So we're going to get into we're going to break down everything you're doing because I want to encourage others to follow their dreams as well. You know what I mean?
I still rap though.
You still rap. You have a new, a single that just came out not too long ago.
A single, the primary single is called Goofy.
Okay. Here's a little snippet.
Oh, you wild goofy kid. Supposed to be a grown man, you goofy like a little kid. Decibel is definite.
Biting ass rappers, y'all be thieving a lot. They made me bleed a bit, so I got them bleeding a lot.
Here's another Drift banger.
Showtime. Al Heyman. What's going on here? We losing right now. Fix this shit, my
If Pharaoh Spence fight Bud, then we all gon' win. This sport is for lines only like the Charlo twin. We need broken orbital bone, make it suck a C-Red. Canelo cherry kicking, you can ducking that.
I don't hate the Marcus of Queensberry rules, but I hate, just the promoters want to be bigger stars than the fighters themselves.
Of course.
And egos get involved. So.
I was gonna say you would be the first Ghanaian person I know that doesn't like boxing, but you explained yourself. But yes, guys, this is my fellow Ghanaian brother. Okay, not my brother, literally. Not all Ghanaians are related, but in America, when you see another Ghanaian, you feel like you're related. In Ghana, it's different. Yeah. So you started as a rapper, and you're still rapping now. Yeah. When did you start drawing, or have you always been an artist?
Nah, I've drawn probably since 5 years old.
Oh, really?
So I've always drawn. I've drawn before I started doing music. But life kind of leads you in certain directions, and I got led smack dab back into the art when the music failed. And then the art, I should have been doing it all this time, but as a young man, you don't think it. Well, not should. Everything happens for a reason. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And I'm a big believer in that, so I'm trying to spread that word. Absolutely. Everything happens for a reason. So the path that you're on is the path you were meant to be on.
Precisely.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to articulate.
Good. Yeah. That's what we're trying to show people. So, because again, I've been doing radio for almost 20 years, and I've never been paid for it. But I've been doing it because it's my passion, and my voice is my power. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I used to intern for Wendy Williams back in the day when she was on BLS. I don't know if you know my story, but she had beef with me for some reason. I used to babysit and tutor her son.
Oh, wow.
She had beef with me for no reason. After I left on good terms, and started talking shit about me on the air. And I was like 23 years old at the time, trying to get into radio. Yeah. She never said my name, but she was like an intern who used to babysit and tutor my son from Jersey, try to sleep with Charlemagne in my house. Now I can laugh about it, but back then I was like devastated. Yes. And then at the end of all that, she did it 2 separate occasions. At the end of that second time, she was like, she'll make sure she has me blacklisted from radio, make sure I never get a job at radio. I cried for like 3 years over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't know my mental. I could have killed myself over something like that, Yeah,
that could be devastating from somebody you admire, and then it goes bad.
So, I mean, I know I left on good terms. I never had no bad issues with her. So, I brought that up because when I was still doing radio, everyone assumed because I worked for her, I always wanted to do gossip. And I wasn't into entertainment news, but I had to do that to get to where I want to be now. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So now I got my own show. I could talk about whatever I want.
Nobody can blacklist you.
Right. Nobody can blacklist me. So that's why I'm glad that you stayed on your path, even though you got redirected somewhere else. But even when you got redirected to rapping, you still were doing your thing.
To rapping?
Yeah, like you were signed to a label.
4
record label. Damn, how did that work?
I signed to Def Jam straight off of Freestyle Friday. For the young people, 106 in Park, it was the biggest countdown video show.
That.
And I was the battle champion on it for several weeks. So I got a deal with Def Jam. The individual who signed me, he was no longer at the label, so they removed all his acts, and I was one of the acts that was removed. So I want to say a year and a half later, I signed with WEA, which was Warner Electra Atlantic at the time. So I signed with them. 2004, I had a regional, not a regional, I had a marginal hit. It was on the top 200 Billboard. I think it was 200 on Billboard. I think it was number 200.
Shit, at least it was on there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm grateful for that. And that didn't work out too well, so I took a hiatus from music. Then I had my child in 2007, and I was working, and I was just absolutely miserable. And I didn't want to show my son, this is what life is about, misery, and you just adhering to the system. So, I jumped back out into my music, and I got signed in 2014 to, what's it called? E1. E1, they call it something else right now, but E1 formerly Cox Records, that was probably the lousiest deal I've ever signed in my life. Or maybe the second E1 was worse. So I think, I haven't had the best experience with recording contracts, let me say that.
Do you think because you were like signing it in haste because you wanted to hurry up and just be signed? You didn't have no one on that got your back to look over contracts?
Absolutely. I had number one, I was down on myself because I'm an older gentleman and it's a young man's sport. So I didn't want to waste time. I wanted to get out there while I could, while I was still, generally youthful and compete. And because I was older, the stipulations, everything they put on the table, I just agreed with it so I could use their system to get myself in a space where I can reach more viewers. So I was like, it'll work out in the long run, but just do this way now. And I guess my intentions weren't pure, but it was pure to me. But I just didn't allow the situation to work out. And it still bothers me to this day because I see a lot of artists that are flourishing. And not that they don't deserve to be there, just like, I don't think they're as skilled as I am.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I've been watching people on YouTube like, yo, how the hell do they have all these subscribers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, I guess, consistency and what people want to hear nowadays. Just because you speaking the truth, people might not want to hear. Right. They want to hear the fuckery.
Yes. They prefer negativity.
Yeah.
And then we can't allow that in our space because that, kills all the blessing and negativity. So.
Yeah. So do you think it's a blessing in disguise that you had those crappy deals? Now that you think about it?
It was a blessing. It was a blessing. It was painful though.
Yeah.
It was super painful and I wouldn't want to relive it again. But I think it was a blessing because I may have gotten harmed or I may have harmed somebody.
Right.
Knowing my temperament and or my lack thereof, temperance, something could have gone bad. So,
right.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
So now, after all that you've been through, now you have your own studio. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How's that going?
That's up and down. The art studio is up and down because it's my first ever business.
Right.
I never had a brick and mortar before, so it was doing so good for the first 7-8 months that I assumed like that's how it's always going to be. But there are downtimes. It was a resurgence in COVID,
right?
And I had to refund almost a month worth of clients, and that set me back. So now, I'm still trying to get back from underwater. Yeah,
right.
It's just due to my ignorance, So it's been a little difficult, But I'm trying to revitalize it, before it gets too late.
Well, shit. I mean, it's like you're learning lessons over and over again. So these lessons are going to help you grow. Yeah. And it's called Bifrost Studios in West Orange. Yeah, I went there for a karaoke one night. I had a good time. Yeah. I love karaoke.
I didn't know you rocked with karaoke in such a manner. I'm like, she does this.
Oh yeah. No, I have performed in front of almost 1,000 people multiple times. In my pocket and baby, I'm just Dying in Conquer. Who's ready for war? I'm ready for war. I got backs and... I know it. I'm under pressure. I used to do with Afrote. I used to do hip hop karaoke with him back in the day.
Yeah, shout out to Afrote.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's a photographer.
He won't shoot my video.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
We spoke about it and everything, and it's my family too.
It'd be the one.
I don't know. It might be my music. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No way. Are you consistent? Like you staying on him, or you be like, well, he ain't called me.
I don't want him. Because you know, the price we agreed upon is much less than he deserves. You know. So I wouldn't even want to annoy him with that. But I just sometimes I think it's my music. Mine is very street oriented. You know, and it's semi-aggressive and it's flashy. You know, and a lot of people are against that. So you know.
I can't see him. I mean, I don't know him like that, but I know of him. I can't see that being the reason why.
Well, a lot of people don't mess. It was a blogger that I liked. He followed me on Instagram, and he always posts like backpack guys. So when I post my stuff, he unfollowed me. I said, oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my, people are so funny. It's crazy. People act so crazy, especially when you're doing good. But
it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, we were also talking about, earlier when you came in the studio, we were talking about how things are happening for a reason and how you've elevated your life. Did you see yourself as where you are today, like teaching art in a school, having your own brick and mortar? What did you see for yourself at this age back then?
Man, I thought I was going to be a rap superstar. That's what I thought. There was no plan B. I'm going to do this rap and I'm going to be the next Biggie Smalls, you know what I'm saying? Without the tragedy.
Right.
But I was gonna be the flyest rapper in the rap game, and life was like, you
like
doing this? Yeah, so you know that crushed my heart. I still want to rap. This is not Beijing. This is my, you know what I'm saying? So as long as I can maintain my youthful exuberance, I'm gonna rock and roll because I still have not gotten my shit off. But you know, life. It sends me in the direction of like mentorship with children, especially the young gentlemen that look like me. You know, like they gravitate towards me a lot. I don't know if they see myself in themselves, if they see me in themselves, forgive me, or I could be a father figure that they lack, or I don't know what it is, but they gravitate towards me, and I want to be there for them because I needed that too.
Right.
My father and I. We don't have the greatest relationship. I love him with all my heart, you know what I mean? But we just never clicked, you know. And I always sought out that fatherhood energy from the street, and it got me in a whole lot of trouble. So,
wow.
Yeah,
me and my mom don't have that great of a relationship either, but we're trying to work on it. But maybe what you're supposed to do, like rapping will always be there. Maybe it's something that will lead you. Eventually, you'll get led back on that path. But as far as helping these young kids out, and you know what I mean, I think that's the bigger picture.
It's no debate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what the Lord wants me to do. That's getting done.
Yeah.
I have submit a long time ago. So
that's good.
This direction I'm going, I do it.
And it's still part of your passion. You like to draw.
Yeah, it's definitely part of. Like I make a living being myself. So,
right.
You know, I would
that's
never
beautiful.
have a complaining energy ever.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I spoke to somebody about talking to young girls about self-confidence because when I was younger, I had none. Yeah. You know, I didn't get my confidence till I was probably like 30 years old, you know, and fully confident till 40, and I just turned 40 in July. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to talk to, thank you. Yeah. I wanted to talk to young girls about that. And then I was talking to my friend about it, and he works for UVSO. Or he knows someone who works for UVSO. And then he was like, well, what about a podcast program? I was like, all right, that'd be dope. And we just talked about it. 2 days later, he was like, I already got a program that's interested in you opening up a podcast program. And so I just did my first little introduction letter to get the kids involved. So I'm so excited about that because it's like, you're helping kids with another outlet, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like people want to talk about stuff. They want to be able to express their feelings aside from... Right. So this is something that will help. And so it's still in the beginning stages, but I know how you feel. I'm not even where you at yet, but I feel so excited. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not anyway. I'm not where I want to be. So you know,
not yet.
I'm still working.
Yeah. Things happen in time, not on our time. And I'm an impatient motherfucker. Like
very impatient.
I want shit when I want shit.
But you really gotta, like, if you want to make God laugh, you tell him your plan.
Right.
And he's been laughing at me hysterically for a long time now.
Me too.
He's laughing with me.
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? So just be patient. In our haste, we make the situation worse than it already was.
You slow it down.
Yeah, you can slow it down, or you can halt it. You can pause it for a while. You know, we don't want that. So.
Definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
So another thing I like to talk to people on my show is about their spirituality. And I don't mean church-wise. I mean just your own personal spiritual being. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard of ayahuasca before. It's a plant medicine that people take in the jungles of South America and Central America.
I've heard of it.
And so people, it's like a tea. It's very bitter tea, and they take it in a ceremonious way. Yeah. So I just did an ayahuasca retreat in August. But before that, I did another plant medicine back in March. So I had the gastric sleeve surgery last September. It's been a year. So I've lost 90 pounds since then. And during my time of healing from September to December, I was just like staying to myself and mentally just preparing myself, my mind, my spirit, my body. Then I caught COVID. So that was like another. So I was basically like, from September till January, I was recovering. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was out of commission. And I was trying to take these plant medicines the year before, but I was in a relationship that was not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fully happy with myself like I thought I was. But so every time the plant medicine, they were going to do a retreat, something was up with my schedule. I couldn't do it. So this year, finally, everything worked out. I went to go do it the first time in March. So with Yahe, it's an older version. It's not as strong or as powerful as the one I did in August. But with that, it showed me who I am and my power. And that's when I realized my voice is my power. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've been stuck on radio, always wanted to be, never got deterred. Like, even my father, he was like, well, if you don't get paid for it, why should I listen to it? You know, they always thought I was wasting my time. You know, African parents, like,
They're so negative.
Yes. And even still to this day, some of it is negative. My mom, like, this is her way of bonding with me. She loves watching my podcast. My father, I can't get him to watch my podcast.
Same one father.
You know? Until I'm making money, then maybe they'll believe that I was doing it, you know? But it just showed me that I'm on the right path and to keep pushing. So my spirituality has gotten stronger, but it's more within myself. You know what I mean? So now it's like I found my power, my destiny. Do you believe you found your power and your destiny, or
I found it. I didn't find it until my sister died, though. You know, when my sister died, it shocked me. Like, it shocked my system. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I was like, yo, like, life is really fragile, you know, because I just remember me and her side by side dancing in the club, and I had no idea that, you know, the time I had was like limited. Like, no, kid, enjoy it while you can, you know. And I took it for granted, like, man, we're gonna be 90 together, you know, and we not. So it's like, you know, I wouldn't say religion. I found who I was through it. I found who I was through, like, pain.
Wow.
I love the man I see in the mirror now. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Because I've been through everything a man can go through violence, through judicial system, through tragedy. My father, you know, he had a stroke a year before my sister died. You know, so he's like partially disabled. You know, and we haven't had the best rapport, but I take care of him. You know? So, you know, I just love the man I've become, you know, and unfortunately, I had to become him through pain. You know? Wow,
that's deep. So it changed the pain, but so it changed you in a way to be a better person.
I always take adversity and I use it as fuel. Where some people, it'll break certain people. It just reminds me, like, yo, you really out here by yourself. So there's nobody you can call. Face this shit and fight with all you got, you know, and I do that every time. So
that's good.
Yeah, and I've been doing that. Even I think back to certain scenarios, even as a young man, I always fought. You know, I would never let you run over me, nothing like that. So, you know, it's been in there, but I just needed to, you know, realize, you know, unfortunately, the circumstance was a very tragic one, but, you know.
Yeah. Damn. Whew, wow.
Yeah, don't make it negative. I'm sorry.
No. This is
Yeah.
what people need to hear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
ain't wanna bring
I
it
found
down.
my spirituality through plant medicines. You found yours through pain, a deep pain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And through that, you found that you love yourself.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? And
Madly in love with myself.
Me too.
No, I'm dope. I'm a dope man.
Yeah. And once you realize that, doesn't that help like elevate your life?
Yeah, everything like I'm on a whole nother plateau, you know, and I feel like more blessings come. because
Yes.
My energy is different.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
I've been getting into tarot readings like crazy. It's on YouTube. I don't pay for it. It's like general readings, and I bought my own tarot cards, so I'm starting to do my own too. But one of the things the plant medicines told me when I did the plant medicine is that my ancestors speak through me through the tarot readers. You know what I mean? So I've been getting messages here and there, and from the beginning of this year, I've had like this good feeling like something good's gonna happen. I didn't even know like what. It just was different than me saying every year this year is going to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I felt a change in the universe or something. I don't know what, but things have been going accordingly. Like I did up to 4 goals by March. The goals that I wanted for the year. That I said by March I was able to do it. Me even starting my podcast wasn't even one of that, but I'm so proud of the work compared to my first season. Yeah, it's just like blessing upon blessings. And then the plant medicine, like that just changed my life. Because it showed me my power, you know what I mean? And my power is not a power that's just from living on this earth. My power has been power within me from
the offset.
Yes, from the beginning of time. And I literally felt the power of my ancestors in me. And I was like, wow, I hold this shit and I didn't even know.
You didn't know.
You know, so it's like I try not to let things bother me.
Life is a journey, you know?
Yeah.
You find along the way.
It's true, and sometimes you have to let go of people in your life that no longer serve you as well. So I did a lot of cutting off.
People,
you know.
What they gonna do? Right? People are in the way.
Yeah.
People are in the way. People are negative. People don't believe in themselves, and they impart their fears on you.
Oh my God.
When you know who you are, they view you as an asshole, and you know too much, and all that. Like, we can't be bothered with small-minded gerbils.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I hit my plant medicine food, and I'm good. I don't need nobody.
Word.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say anymore. I used to care what people say.
Me
Now
too.
I don't.
Oh, it used to hurt me.
Yeah.
Like pish posh. Like,
It's right.
it's whatever.
And sometimes I might even have some sympathy for them, like, because they're going through something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just watching me.
Goodness. I let them do what they doing.
I try to let them see my light, but sometimes that doesn't help.
When they're willing, they'll voluntarily come. You know what I'm saying? Right now, go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated.
Yes.
And I'm only celebrated at home, so that's what
That's
yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
That is definitely right. So what else you got going on? Oh, we didn't even talk about you on BET Jams. You got a video on BET Jams that's out?
Yeah.
You got a few videos. Yeah.
I got 3 videos. I got Say It Back on BET Jams. I got Goofy. Goofy's on there. Goofy, I got about 60,000 views on YouTube. It's not great, but for a man without no label, that's pretty cool.
You're doing your own thing.
And then the other video on BT is it's called For Me. You know what I'm saying? So I have 3 videos currently out. I'm not like a Facebook MC. Like I do get on television. When I take pictures with the rappers, they know who I am. You know, it's not a fan picture.
Right.
You know, so I'm just talking to the Midgard trolls who try to undermine my greatness because I have excelled despite my conditions. You know what I'm saying? So that's just for them. I don't mean to be pompous at all.
Have any of the artists from Jersey, have they like mentored you in any way or helped you in any way, or are people been selfish and stingy?
Majority been selfish and stingy. KG from Naughty by Nature, he gave me the beat.
Wow.
And he's produced for icons, and that man gave me the beat.
Wow.
He's one of my heroes. Naughty by Nature, like they had the top of the pyramid for me. You know what I'm saying? So for him to
That's beautiful.
give me a beat, you know what I'm saying? And it was an honor. I'm using it. I rapped on it 100 times. Like, yeah, shout out to KG for Naughty. So Naughty was the only one that has showed me any love. Aside from Apache, rest in peace Apache. Apache was first one to sign me. So he had me under his label in Flav Unit. I was 19 years old. You know, the first money I ever got for ghostwriting, he got it for me.
Wow.
And knowing him within 13 days. So
damn.
yeah,
that's
so,
good.
Rest in peace, Apache. I love you so much. You know, but Naughty, they meant to me. The rest of the older generation, you know, they give me some weird energy, so I just keep to myself. You know?
Right. You did what you did
That's
without them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, you know, shout out to Naughty. I'm always gonna honor them. All three of them. I'm always gonna honor them for real.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't think I brought up you painting, but I didn't tell them that you're painting with kids, like you're doing a painting program.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not a program. Actually, North Star, they hired me to teach art.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have Saturdays. They have I forgot what the program is called for the children, but they sought me out.
Nice.
And, they hired me. They paid me pretty handsomely. Even though I would have done it for free. I definitely would have done it for free. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, it's even better.
Yeah. So we were supposed to have paint ready on Saturday. We didn't, but
Okay.
I had some in my car from the art studio, so I brought it in there and we blended colors. We painted people we love, and
That's
you know,
good.
they painted. A lot of them painted themselves, and I was proud of that. I'm like, good. You better love yourself,
right?
Because if you don't, it's gonna be a rough life. So a lot of them painted themselves, and that's cool. I just want them to express themselves and know they don't have to lash out whenever they get frustrated. When I'm frustrated, I paint, or I get my plant base.
Yeah.
I'll be creative, you know. So it's a privilege to work with children.
What are the ages?
From kindergarten to probably 6th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, young children.
Wow, damn, that's very young.
Yeah.
I think for the podcast program, I think it's the ages 15 through 19, I believe, which is good because I can't do little kids.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm babysitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, damn, my baby's already. My son is a teenager. Like, you know,
yeah.
do this over again, but
that's so dope. You know what I'm saying? Because you helping them now can shape them for their life in the future. You know what I'm saying?
I pray they remember.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing is such a minuscule part of their entire life that they're about to encounter. So I pray somebody remembers what I showed them.
I don't think it's minuscule because if this is what they end up loving to do, it could be something they do for the rest of their life.
Absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's definitely not minuscule unless they're being forced to go to arts class or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
They're definitely, the mother's like, you better get in there. But you know, the older kids, like, they want to be there.
Yeah.
So I love working with them.
So we're not downplaying nothing over here at this show. We expressing and we showing gratefulness for everything.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I already feel like even though this podcast program hasn't started, we are still in the works. We're putting it together. I feel like it's gonna change some lives, help people get out of trouble, help them shape however they go on. You know what I'm saying? So what we're doing is big.
Yes. Absolutely.
Bigger than we thought we would
By
be
all
doing.
means.
I never knew that I would be having a radio show or a podcast. I mean, I always hoped I would do radio, but I was always thinking like Hot 97 or BLS. You know what I'm saying?
Be patient. and just flow. Don't force.
Yeah.
Just keep flowing. You will flow your way right into it.
Yeah, and I honestly don't even want it because there's too many stipulations over there. I want just my own thing.
You never know. When you get there, they may alter it for you.
Right.
Just keep your energy pure and keep your expectations. Just receive your blessing. That's
Facts.
all. Yeah.
Facts. I appreciate
Who is this
that.
man talking about?
I love it. This is good. This is
I don't know who
goodness.
this guy is. I love him.
He loves him, and that's what you got to do. You got to love yourself in order to spread love to other people too. You know what I'm saying? People don't love themselves, and they act like they want to show love
by themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't love yourself, it's impossible for you to love someone correctly.
Right.
If you don't love yourself.
Right. I mean, I'm still single now, but he's coming. He's around the corner somewhere.
Yeah. Or just enjoy your life. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I definitely do. I definitely
being in
do.
a relationship is a lot of work. You know, master yourself, and then know what you will tolerate, what you won't tolerate, and then you'll be able to foresee it before it comes anyway. Any foolishness or positivity, you'll see.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I do live my life. I went for my 40th birthday. I went to Zanzibar, Tanzania for a solo trip.
Solo.
Yeah, people were asking to come. I was like, I brought my my
your
selfie
tripod.
stick. Yeah, my tripod.
Come on.
I went. People asked to come. I was like, nah, I got to do this. My 40th. I need to be by myself. And it was like a retreat.
Yeah.
Like I didn't party or none of that. I stayed in my hotel. I did a few excursions, but most of the time I was just contemplating my last 40 years, looking out in the ocean, enjoying and celebrating. You know what I mean? So that was an amazing experience. So I was so glad I got to take myself on that trip this year. So that's another accomplishment that I had.
Yeah.
So things are looking up, and I'm just happy to be here and live my life.
Absolutely, it's a blessing and a privilege.
Yeah.
Denied too many.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to promote? Anything coming up that you're working on?
Yeah, I have my latest issue to my comic book, Mr. Kumasi.
Oh yeah,
It'll
you got
ready.
a comic book.
Yeah, it'll be ready preferably in a week or two. I'm in the process of drawing a children's book. I'm behind schedule on that.
Wow.
Yeah, I was commissioned to draw someone's children's book. So
Nice.
I'm working on that. I had a couple of distractions. The car accident. My childhood friend died. It's been a rough month. You know what I mean? So it's like I've been slowed down, but I'm still back on track.
Wow.
Yeah.
Life be trying to throw you some lemons, yo.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
For real. Damn.
But I learned about life. You gotta take your ass whooping with a smile, and that's how you get through it. So yeah. And I smile. My teeth look white, just so I can smile with ass whooping.
And what's your YouTube page?
My YouTube page.
Or you can tell me later. I can put it.
Kojo Music. Yeah, King Kojo Music. I just put up my new record. I hate boxing. It's on there. Yeah, and I do not hate the sport of boxing. I hate Eddie Hearn. I hate
he's naming names.
You know what I'm saying? I hate Bob Arum. That's what I hate. I don't hate the sport of boxing. I hate the people behind the scenes. I address them and a few others. And it's gonna be a dope record.
Sounds controversial.
Not really. A lot of people feel how I feel. The boxers run up on me. I got a surprise.
I know that's
it is what it is. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, we got a lot going on. I'm telling you, my people that come onto the show are about substance. They're doing their things, and we're just gonna keep promoting, keep spreading love, keep showing love to the community, and keep living our dreams and excelling way past what we thought we would be doing. Right?
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. So thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode. Thank you, Drift, for coming on the show. I appreciate that. Y'all, we are out. Deuces. Good. Oh, shit. Yeah. That was good.
Thank you.
For sure.
Dope show.
Thank you.